right, welcome to the American Fork Podcast, where a group of friends come together once a week and record a podcast. And some friends are physically here and others are only spiritually here.
Oh.
Yeah, ever since Phil pissed everyone off, some people just don't fucking show up.
Or should I say, oh. Is spiritually here a good thing? Or
No,
not
it's bad.
Oh.
That's my way of saying they don't want to come anymore.
Are they dead?
No, they're alive.
Oh, okay.
Because Phil pissed them off.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right, so across from me is the pisser offer himself, Phil.
That's me.
Hi, Phil.
What's up?
He's the one with the buttery voice.
My voice is so buttery. Right, guys?
Yeah, and I'm glad you wore a shirt today. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Buttery Phil.
You're welcome.
Okay, and this pubescent voice to my right is Jacob.
Hey, guys.
He sounds like this every week. Mm-hmm. He's one you're familiar with. All right, and then diagonally from me is our guest for the night, Amber.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Amber. We're gonna get into details about you later
Excellent.
because you're our guest,
We're excited to have you here. Amber.
Thanks. I'm stoked to be here.
Thanks for coming.
You
and
betcha.
you'll know it's Amber talking when you hear a girl. Okay, let's
That's
go
your
on.
indicator.
Yeah.
Jake, do we have some housekeeping for,
Yeah, we do.
for this podcast?
We do.
All right, good. Go for it.
So, if you haven't visited our website by now, then what's wrong with you? Just go to AmericanForks.com. You may listen on the website, or just listen on any of the podcatchers. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at American Forked. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/American Forked. If you'd like to help fund the show and help make it happen and move it forward, you can donate some money. From $1 to, I don't know, $1,000.
10,000 a month.
10,000 a month, yeah.
Is that the cap?
Yeah,
It's probably a subject
No.
we don't even need to discuss
I think
at this
if-
point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What's the minimum amount?
Yeah,
I think is what we
$1.
should be talking about. I think it's
I think if it's anything over 10,000 a month, we will be suspicious.
We're just laundering money.
Yeah.
be suspicious.
Yeah.
Well,
And also you can call or text our voicemail line at 385-DAD-0-MUG.
that's right. We are sponsored by every mug on this planet.
Peak Refuel.
Jesus, Jake.
Call American Forks voicemail.
I'm going to plug one thing out there, too. The reason why we do housekeeping, obviously, is so that we can grow listenership. So how about, like, just people that are listening right now, just, like, tell someone about it. Tell someone at Relief Society. Tell someone at other groups of people, societies.
That gather.
The Lions Club, that's a thing, right?
That's actually the last society that gathers, the last group of people
Yeah.
on Earth, like in person.
Really? Is the Relief Society?
That's what I heard.
I thought you were
from
going
the internet.
I thought you were going to say that's the last group of people that would listen to this podcast, and you're probably right about that.
They're like, we'll do a kindness today.
Everyone click download.
service.
Turn your volume down on your laptops and click download.
Sometimes service is hard, but we need to do it.
So anyway, pass it on to your friends. Let people know that we're here if you enjoy us. If you don't, then keep it a secret. Don't tell anyone.
Or tell everyone.
Okay. As always, it's the most difficult thing ever to find news from American Fork because it's the smallest town on the entire planet. That's what I heard today.
We're just full of real actual facts.
Yeah, Bolt can check us on that one. That's fine. But okay, so this is the story I found. So the American Fork governor has come out how they're going to follow the Utah State governor or mayor. He's the mayor, right?
Frost?
American Fork mayor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frost.
Mayor Frost, Jake's buddy.
Depends on who you're talking about. Yes,
That's true.
Frost.
So Mayor Frost came out and basically said how they're going to follow Spencer Cox's guidelines for this drought. And it turns out, this was pissing me off, that people, the parks and recreation and the schools were watering their lawn in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's a waste of water, right, Amber? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. I've had
That's
the
what
same
science
thoughts.
would tell me. Mm-hmm. But apparently they have to water it during the day because it's like off-peak water usage for households. So they try to water during the day to not overload the system to, so people can shower with water pressure.
So does it bog down if everyone's watering at once, does it like bog down your, because obviously our culinary water is different than the gray water that we.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's running off the same pressure, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
Probably.
I think it's all pressurized equally, and so if everyone turned their hose off on at once, in theory, it would get less. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amber knows.
Yes, I know.
We should ask.
Oh yeah.
Fact check. Yes.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Mr. Moon today, and that's the concept he explained to me, our 7th grade science teacher. I think it was 7th grade, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
good.
what's funny about that story is because it's a government employee who waters the lawn,
Mm-hmm.
they can't go there after like 9 p.m. or whenever.
So they got to do it when they're working.
Right. It has to be during government work hours that are also not peak hours for everybody else.
I don't know if that's how sprinklers work, Phil.
Oh, you think they're on timers or whatever?
Probably.
Why wouldn't they just come on at like 3 a.m. then?
I don't know.
Well, I think that's when everyone else has their systems going, which is
Oh,
why
all
they're
the
trying
sprinklers?
to. Yeah.
The residential one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if it runs off the same.
This article said it. The residential ones will mist more, and so it evaporates easier. And these bigger sprinkling systems have bigger streams, and they don't mist so much. Oh. This is way too much to talk about.
So interesting.
We could probably.
So wait,
do
what
a whole
was the
podcast
story?
on
That
this.
the mayor
No,
told them to turn it off?
The mayor basically laid out guidelines as to how they're going to follow Spencer Cox's directive of how to mitigate the water usage.
Well,
And-
how?
Well, that's one of the main things they said, and they wanted to notify and make sure everybody knew. Listen, yes, we are watering during the day, but this is in accordance to Spencer Cox's guidance, right?
I cut my watering down by 33%.
Yeah.
Did you?
I'm awesome.
I've cut mine
So
down
your
too.
lawn's dying.
No, actually, still looks good. I went from an hour a day for 3 days a week to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Way to do your
or-
part.
It seems like
No,
25%.
40
Jake.
minutes a day. Yeah, 40 minutes.
Okay. I think someone needs to check the math on that. I don't think it's quite 33%.
Bolter, call us.
We need your help.
We need your calculator.
We're lost without you.
Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff here, but seriously, we're not going to talk about that. On to Utah news. Is that okay, Phil?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I always like to ask your permission every once in a while.
whatever.
He cares so much for it.
Well, okay. Well, anybody living in Utah knows the number one story this week in Utah was smoke.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I had a hard time
know.
thinking of something.
Crickets.
Yeah. Well, when you called me earlier and said, "Hey, we should bring up the smoke thing," that kind of clued me off to do it. But yeah. What was your experience with this smoke?
It was terrible, wasn't it? I mean, I tried to stay inside as much as I could this week, but it was bad.
Yeah. So this article here from ABC4 News, it says you could smell it, you could taste it, and still the wildfire smoke is still not gone. So yeah, basically, I just brought up the whole subject of the smoke to get your guys' take on what happened.
And nobody said
What was your
anything.
experience on it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was super crazy smoky. Like we're real close to the mountain, as you may have noticed when you came.
Like
here.
how
I couldn't
far?
tell, actually, the last week.
I
Is
would
that-
say it's
those
like
mountains
a
out
quarter
there?
mile max or maybe a half mile
To the foothills?
foothills.
Yeah.
to Y Mountain.
And it was bad enough that we couldn't see the mountain just
Holy
up the
crap.
road here.
Wow.
Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So, and you'd wake up in the morning like exhausted, like you just slept over a campfire all night,
Yeah.
and wasn't fun.
But you didn't sleep over a campfire, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
not this
I get it.
time.
Just to clarify. And my son had a soccer game and they canceled it because the air quality was so horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It'd be rough to play soccer in that.
Yeah. I'm glad they canceled it.
Yeah, the Pleasant Grove football team had their blue and white scrimmage scheduled for Friday, and my son, he's on the youth football team. All the youth football teams were going to go and cheer them on and stuff, and they canceled it because the air was so bad.
Just the cheering or the whole game?
The whole game.
Okay, just wondering.
Nobody cheer. Don't breathe.
Don't cheer.
Let them.
Limited
Let the
oxygen.
football players take all the air.
Sounds like a good plan.
Everyone hold your breath at the same time.
I wish that some scientist would have come out and said like how much cigarette smoking you're getting worth like every day that you live in Utah right now. If that's comparable, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, it is comparable on a just non-scientific note, but a personal experience note. I had smoked for several years. I don't know if Amber knew this, but now she does. And I went
Bananas.
I'm judging you.
outside with all this smoke, and it took me about an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I could feel it in my lungs. I'm like, I feel like I just smoked a cigarette.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was
Wow.
like, I don't know. Did you guys get that pain at all in your chest, or am I dying?
You might be dying.
You might be. It might be the lung cancer from
It might be the
smoking
last
cigarettes.
artificial cigarette from. Yeah, and if people don't know that aren't in Utah, there's big fires in California and what other state? Washington?
Wyoming.
Really?
Wyoming? They're actually like all over the western
yeah,
US.
that's what I.
Yeah, I saw a wildfire map, and there's a bunch of fires all around, but not much in Utah itself. One very small one. And basically the weather patterns just brought it over to the Great Basin and dumped it right here for us. And it was so bad we couldn't see more than, you'd look down your neighborhood street and it looked fuzzy. It looked, not fuzzy, foggy,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's terrible.
According to the Air Quality Index, at least last week, like Friday through Monday-ish, Utah had the worst air quality in the world.
Wow.
Dubai was second.
Huh.
It was bad.
That does sound bad. This is second worst. Wait, first worst.
I wonder what else Utah is the first worst in the world at some points. Be a good game.
Right now?
Fill
Let's
in the
play.
blank. Fill in the blank.
Jell-O-
Utah has
Jell-O
the
consumption?
worst.
No, they were the best at that.
Jello consumption, is that what you
I was watching this this YouTube thing the other day, and it was like the best foods from every state.
Right.
And Jell-O was what they said in Utah.
Really?
goodness.
I was like, that's so old. Like, people don't
Yeah.
really eat
Yeah.
Jell-O. Like,
But still, I'm pretty sure that whole thing came from the fact that Jell-O, Utah's the number one selling market for Jell-O. Like they sell more Jell-O in Utah than anywhere else. I don't know what that means. Like maybe 100 boxes are sold in Utah a
'Cause
year.
Bill Cosby was really popular here. That's why.
He was, and he still is.
Some Jell-O pudding pops.
Jesus.
no, but did you hear that on the fires, going back to the fires, did you hear that there was like a Forest Service guy that was lighting a bunch of them?
No.
Apparently, this guy, they think he's obviously going a little crazy, was going and like strategically lighting fires to try and trap firefighters like
Oh
in
my
between
gosh.
these fires. I guess they think he may have lit like 4 or 5, but he's definitely the cause of the ranch fire in California. And they arrested him, and he's like,
Is that the?
That's not the big one, right?
No, that's
no, the big
Dixie.
one is Dixie, but
Dixie,
but
right.
the ranch was, I guess, also a significant fire.
That was on a ranch, right?
Sure.
Was it at a Hidden Valley
It was
factory?
in the Hidden Valley Ranch bottle.
Jake's
He
desperate
started
to
it
know.
with the bottle.
What about the ranch?
Yeah.
Did anyone have carrots with them?
Why was it allowed to be called the Dixie Fire? Isn't that racist?
Could be. I don't know. I don't know a lot about the
It
whole Dixie thing.
That's a good input.
Dixie is the second largest fire in California history.
It's huge. It is big.
I thought it
Burned
was the
over
biggest now.
About 500,000 acres. The big one last year burned over 1 million acres.
Oh, really? So it's got a ways to go to get there.
As of like
this one.
Sunday, I think it was 488,000
Yeah.
acres. Ouch. And that's a lot of that smoke is what we're getting in Utah.
Yeah, it's definitely been worse. Like, we had a lot of smoke. Was it last year?
Yeah.
When was all the fires? Last year? The
Yeah,
year before?
last year.
Was last year?
I
Well,
think.
and
Maybe
there
the
was
year
some
before.
3 years ago. I had a memory pop up on my phone, and I was just like, "Oh, there was crap 3 years ago today as well."
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe it was
so
3 years
maybe
ago.
this is just fire season.
Fire decade. The roaring 20s.
The blazing 20s.
Good one.
Blazing
Oh,
20s.
there you go.
This the Roaring 20s. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, in a very poor, sad way.
Oh, yeah. It is sad that things burn.
Mucho. Do you think it's better to stay inside though when these fires are happening?
It probably doesn't. They tell you that, but it's the same air, right?
That's what I think.
Like, your air conditioner doesn't have a charcoal carbon filter to
No.
filter that out. You're just
Now-
breathing it.
Some people, I'm sure, do have stuff like that in their house, but
Yeah.
I don't. I did change my filter in my house, just thinking it would do something, and I looked at it today. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Still looked pretty clean.
Maybe if you stayed inside without your AC on.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, that's smart.
I will say that
Because it's really hot outside.
the chest, the hard time breathing did not happen inside at all. It only happened when I was outside.
Yeah.
So
No, I did notice it was worse when I went
okay.
out. I don't know if you guys did, but
you feel like you smoked a cigarette?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm very, I have sensitive sinuses. So
Oh, that's true.
They get offended really easy.
yeah, they do.
Everyone be nice. It feels sinuses.
Yeah, come on.
Be nice.
All right. All right. That's done. We're done with that. No more fire
fire.
talks. If anyone says the word fire from here on, we're going to ignore it. Oh, God.
Sorry.
You're always
I just
right,
had to get
though.
it one more.
Amber's always right.
Thanks.
She's the guest. All right. On to national news, which is slightly world news at the same time. The Olympics are over.
Did they end?
Oh, sure. On the 8th of August. That's what I have here on per Google.
That was a while ago.
So, the United States is, where did it place in overall ranking?
Overall medals?
Yeah,
Number 1.
that's right.
Number 1.
Who's number 2?
China.
Doesn't matter.
China.
What?
Yeah. Who's number 3?
UK.
Nope.
Australia.
Japan.
Japan. Oh, that's what I meant.
And then, because it's right. That's what you meant.
Whatever the right answer is, that's what I meant.
Next one, number 4,
UK.
Great Britain.
Yeah.
Is the UK? Never mind.
Yeah, what's the difference?
I'm going to show our ignorance
Mike.
right here now.
Mike, ask your mom, which is the difference?
Yeah, Mike.
Well,
Mike,
Mike's
call
from
in.
Great Britain, right?
No, his mother.
Well, I know that. Okay. Okay, and then this is the whole thing I was going to bring up. I have no idea what the heck this is. What is ROC?
Republic of Congo.
The Russian Olympic Committee.
Oh,
They're Russia?
yeah, they
Yeah,
changed. They
They
yeah.
got banned from the Olympics for doping or whatever. So they said you can still, your athletes can compete, but they can't represent
A
the
country?
country. So they competed under the ROC, I think.
Is it committee? I don't know if it's Russian Olympic Committee. I think it's like Russian Olympic
Confederacy.
Conglomerate.
Conformity.
Confucius.
Collection of people.
Competitors. Doesn't
Cow.
matter.
Courtside.
Doesn't matter. It's Russia.
So it's basically Russia.
Yeah, it's
which makes a
Russia.
lot of sense because Russia usually does very well in the Olympics. They're
Yeah.
number 5. The rest of the countries don't matter, is basically my point.
Oh.
That's why I was going to bring this up. But anyways, I just thought that's kind of interesting. You look at these top 5 countries, and really it's like the world, I don't know, politically, it seems like the kind of the world powers out there.
Yeah, my wife and I were talking. We definitely think that, is it NBC or ABC? Whoever's doing the Olympics this year is definitely getting some kickbacks from China. Because you'd watch it and somebody would like throw the javelin, and then the Chinese person would throw it like the exact same distance, and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that was incredible! Did you see that?"
It's because
So I was like, they've got to be getting
That was
paid.
so much the same as the last one.
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
It was NBC.
Oh, NBC.
So
That's why.
the difference in gold medals is only 1 between the United States and China. 39 for the U.S. and 38 for China. But then when you go over to silver and bronze, it's like a lot more for the U.S.
Yeah.
So what's that voting method called? The tier
Oh, ranked choice.
Mail-in voting?
ranked choice? Mail-in voting.
Mail-in voting.
I'm looking at Jake like he's going to be helpful. And he says
Like I'm going to know
mail-in
the
voting.
answer. You said, what's that voting system? And I
No,
just
you know,
threw one out there.
Where you vote for the top 3, the ranked choice, right?
Yeah, for some reason when you said mail-in voting, my mind went to mail order bride.
Because we're talking
Naturally.
about Russia.
Naturally.
Russia.
But
Anyway.
the United States won the popular vote and the ranked three-tier ranked system as well. Just so you guys know, there's not going to
I
be a
see where you're
recount or
going.
anything like that. So that's a really poor joke, poorly executed.
Did you watch the Olympics?
No.
No, that's all right.
Shame. I know.
You don't have to watch.
Because I didn't.
Most people probably didn't.
Yeah.
I know. I'd hear about it and I'm like, oh, I should watch that. And,
We just watched because the YouTube was like, beep, watch me.
Yeah.
Okay. because we're just like
Okay.
tuned into the computer.
Okay.
What other videos do you watch because of that?
Everything I watch is because YouTube's like, "Hello, Phil. This is what you'll watch today."
Wagyu steak.
Yeah.
Okay, Matrix.
Yep.
Plug me in.
I heard you talked about this. You can watch a video about that.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch Winnie the Pooh trailers from the 80s?
Everything we talk about on the podcast, it like when I go to bed, it's like pops up like, now let's talk about.
That's a joke, right? Or does that
Disney.
really happen?
Oh yeah,
Well, it happens to me on
all the time.
things. all the
Yeah, it
time.
happens to me.
It's
too,
like not
on
even
random
a
stuff.
joke anymore. It's just like, I mean, it is a joke. Before it was like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
That it listens to you and here's what you're talking about, and then recommends ads. And now it's just a joke.
It is a joke because we know they've said that's what they do.
Yeah.
We're all like, oh, I bet they're doing it. But they're like,
They're
yes,
like, yeah,
we do
well,
that.
duh,
That's
that's
how we
technology.
make money. Come to us advertisers. We literally listen to all your clientele and give them exactly what they want.
Put these devices in here that listens to the whole room. It'll be great.
Put this
Like,
one in your closet with a camera on it.
Oh, we can't hear you in your car. But don't worry. This plugs into your cigarette lighter. Right?
And now your car just connects to it.
Oh, when you're walking your dog, we can't hear you. But there's glasses for that and earbuds. Am I doing a good job at advertising for them?
You're doing
Yeah.
so good.
Okay, thanks.
You sold me on it.
Jeff Bezos is paying me $3.
Exactly $3.
By the way, we have a new sponsor.
Jeff Bezos.
Blue. What's his space company?
Blue Origins.
It's Blue Origins.
Oh yeah,
Yep, that's sponsoring us.
$3.
$3 per plug. I think it's a good
Bezos?
deal. Right, guys?
$3 per plug.
Yeah, so I'm just
Blue
going to
Origin,
talk.
Blue Origin, Blue Origin, Blue Origin.
Ching, ching, ching. All right, on to what are we going to do now? National news? Oh, we just did that. The Olympics. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay, this is where this podcast turns into a choose your own adventure. There's 3 of you. You're going to vote. Somehow, Amber, if you're not aware, my world news turns into what I like to call a fucked up animal story.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know why it just happened like 2 or 3 times in a row for me. What? Phil acts like I just punched a puppy.
Usually
Noted.
regarding elephants.
Yeah, usually regarding elephants. I will say the only clue I'm going to give you is this story is not including elephants. But I'm going to tell you, do you want an animal story or do you want another world story? Phil, vote.
Oh, I have to vote on
Yeah.
the story.
It's choose your own
Choose your
adventure.
own adventure.
So the animal story is like the lightning killed the elephants. Is that?
That's
what you're
one of
saying?
the stories I brought up, yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
No,
Whatever
no,
you
that's
say-
not how you vote.
Whatever you do, I'm just going to interject with the one that I have anyway. So
Okay, that's not how you vote.
animal story.
Okay, Amber,
Yeah, let's do animals.
Animals?
you guys
Yeah.
are messed
Okay,
up.
I know. Well,
You guys are way messed up. Skip the normal one.
you
Okay,
guys are sick.
bull reportedly rammed to death by car after
Oh.
escaping in Spain.
I regret my vote.
Too bad.
Too bad.
So basically, there's this, and the biggest
During
thing.
the bull run, is that what you're talking about?
No, this is the biggest reason. You remember we were bringing up like cockfighting in Orem.
I remember
and,
that.
like, the
Yeah.
illegal ring.
Orem?
Yeah, that
Wow.
happened. It's sad, but this still happens too. So there's a small town of 2,400 people that were doing a regular gathering.
Which is bigger than American Fork.
No, but this is in Spain. I'm just saying that this stuff still happens. So there's this little town, and this is completely legal. So basically, the incident took place in the early hours of Sunday as a village of, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it's in Spain. 2,400 people had gathered in the local bull ring, which they have that. It's so weird to me. Anyways, participants take turns jumping, twirling, and maneuvering around a bull, and hereafter... anyways, then the bull
salad bowl?
escaped.
Not a salad bowl.
Not a salad bowl. No, that would be like a bowl in a china piece. Joke. Dad, oh my. All right, so basically it got out, and the only way they could stop it from like just devastating the town was to hit it with a car,
Oh my gosh.
and they had to hit it
It was
multiple times.
intentional.
Multiple times.
Wow.
Back up over it. It's still
Yeah.
moving.
I don't know how far you guys really want to talk about that,
We-
but we might want to just circle back and like discuss your decision for making that choice on that story. Jake, how do you feel?
Peer
Mine-
pressure. Absolutely.
Mine was solely the morbid, like, desire to hear something terrible happen to animals.
And are you fulfilled on that?
I quit paying attention.
Oh my
But I
gosh.
heard the last part of it.
Did he lose? Did he keep all of his
The bowl
limbs?
was rammed.
That's funny. That's funny.
Did all the limbs stay intact?
So wait, the bowl was like running into people?
No, so the bowl, yeah,
It was loose.
basically the whole thing that this town does. When I'm sure many towns, they go into the bull ring and they dodge the bull.
Oh, right.
And like people watch it, and it's like, ooh, that's cool.
What's that called?
And they throw spears at it.
Luchador?
Luchador. No, that's
wrestling,
that's Mexican
right?
wrestling.
What is
Yeah.
that person called?
The handsome pool boy bowl guy.
What
here
is
it is.
bull baiting called?
Bowl baiting.
Is that how? Bull pinning
It's
the
gonna
bull?
bring up like rodeo
bull
clown.
baiting.
It basically is like rodeo clown.
Yeah.
So
Come on, Bolter. Speak to us.
we're gonna bring up Bolter like 6 times on this episode.
In Spain. Jake, did you find it yet? In
Luchador.
Spain.
Do you want me to?
We're probably gonna cut this all out.
Bullfighting.
That's the word you're looking
Bullfighting.
for. Phil's the best at spelling.
It's called Corrida de Toros.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally,
that was
the
my second
coursing
guess.
of bulls.
That sounds bad.
That's not at all what I thought. I thought there was like a name for that.
It means rodeo clown in Spanish.
Oh, does it?
Clown de
Clown de
rodeo.
rodeo.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
This is terrible.
Bananas.
Are you going to bring up your story while I
you
sit
want
here in
me-
silence?
you want me to do it now?
I don't know. If
So-
I do, I'm going to change it in a minute here. If you don't.
I'll tell you my world story.
Okay, good. I want to hear
And
it.
it was literally the whole story is just a headline that I saw today. That gave me chills. The U.S. Embassy has urged all Americans to leave Afghanistan immediately.
Wow.
So I don't know why. I thought that was crazy because have you ever seen that image with all those people like trying to get on that helicopter in Vietnam, like when it's like the end of the
Yeah.
war. It's literally like get out of the country now because we're gonna be out of there, and if you're still there, you're effed.
They
Yeah.
told who to get out of Afghanistan?
All Americans. So
You're
this is
talking
the
all
end.
militant Americans or all citizens that are over there or what?
All
Period.
all Americans. So like if you're a journalist, if you're like whoever's over there, I don't know why you'd be in Afghanistan if you're
Well, being a
American
journalist,
citizen.
that's a good reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
A
a
vendor.
photographer, journalist,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
What if you're selling cotton candy
or
or
selling
something?
cotton candy.
I don't know.
Anyway, they got to get out of there. Like this is it. This is the end. Like this is pretty much our entire adult lives. We've been at war in Afghanistan, and this is the end. I thought it was pretty crazy.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about time.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. That was my whole story. You're welcome.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah.
I also got chills, so thank you. For
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh. That headline.
That was the one.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, move it along.
I feel like you took over, so I was just gonna let you finish the rest of this.
No.
All right, on to the topic of the night, which is our dear friend from the deep, deep past and a mother of 16 children and an amazing photographer and businesswoman, Amber.
Worman.
What?
Woman.
You said worman.
Well, let me do it again then.
Woman.
Stop that. Okay,
No,
let me do
I
this
like
again.
it.
No, okay, fine. We're leaving it in.
Just leave it in.
You are the coolest worman I know, by the way.
Excellent.
And probably the first I know.
16 children? Really?
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
counning.
Wow. That is insane.
Okay, how many kids do you really have?
I have 4 children.
Yeah?
Yep.
What are their ages?
13, 11, 8, and 4.
Oh my God, you have a teenager.
I know.
Thank
It's
you,
pretty
because I
wild.
do too.
You do?
Can we talk
Let's talk.
off podcast? Because there's
okay.
things we can't talk about on the podcast.
It's true. It's
You guys will figure it out
You
when you
have
get
a
teenagers.
13-year-old child.
I do. It's a little wild.
My daughter just turned 13 this week.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Bella.
So, you know.
Serious?
Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to Link.
Hey, Bella.
Wait a second. Yours is a boy?
Yeah.
And Link is his name?
Yeah, Lincoln.
That's
Lincoln.
oh.
Yeah, Lincoln. But I mean Link. You
Yeah.
can call him Link.
That's cool.
How do you spell it? With a C?
Yes.
Lincoln.
Not like Lincoln Park. But Lincoln.
No, yes.
Abraham.
Like the
Lincoln.
president. Yes.
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
No, like Lincoln Park. L-A-N-K.
L-A-N-K.
Isn't there like a mystery L at the end of Lincoln? Lincoln.
L-A-N-C-O-L-N.
Yeah, wasn't there a president
Yes.
that was also named Lincoln? Abraham. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See?
That's cool. And tell us about how long have you actually known us? Because I said it's from the deep past, but what does that mean?
I know. I'm trying to think. Junior high, probably, because I think we had Zobel together. And that was
God, I'm sorry.
that was like 8th grade. And then I remember Jake can feel most from high school.
But wait, you were in Zobel
Yeah.
with me and Trent?
Yes, with you and Trent.
I mean, me and Trent were in Zobel with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't you remember Zobel just being like, Slater? Like, that's, I can just hear his, like,
Later.
yeah, calling out. Oh, I guess I'm
Other
not supposed
students.
to say, yes.
It's all right.
Are you going to leave?
Travis Slater.
Sorry.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Travis Slater.
Yo, Travis.
What
Word up,
Travis?
homie. Thanks for the
some reason-
Patreon for this month.
Yeah. Just him sucking on his, like, sunflower seeds and,
Oh, God.
you know.
So
This is Zobel that did
Yes,
that?
Zobel, yes.
which we're going to have.
Yeah, I only had him for like 3 days before
Really?
he was arrested.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was definitely memorable. 'Cause,
As were many of the
I was-
teachers at American Fork Junior
most
High.
definitely.
I was really excited to get him, and
Yeah, you should have been. It was exciting for sure. I think he like fake planted drugs in someone's
There's
backpack
so
once.
many things.
Like there, yeah.
Trent's backpack.
Trent.
It was Trent.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also had, and this was on an early episode, but he also had me write Trent's motion lotion on a bottle of
No.
lotion and put it in his backpack.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then he pulled it out in the middle of class like, Trent, what's this? But it was just payback for all the other crap we would do to him,
Oh
too.
yeah.
Now, this is a teacher. I don't know if you've heard, but Phil has been talking about doing this for quite a while of like, have a huge episode with as many people as we can to get on it.
Yeah.
A raging drunk party. And the topic is messed up teachers at American Fork Junior High.
Yes.
Because there's
It would-
plenty
there would
of
be
them. We
could
plenty.
write a book.
We
Yes,
could
I
actually
feel like
probably
it'd be
do
funny.
an episodic, like multiple episodes series. they would
Yeah.
call it.
One for each teacher.
it was a wild junior high.
But just so the listeners know, this is Zobel who got arrested for Phil.
Selling marijuana, I think,
Yeah, wasn't it drug?
out of the
think it
back of his car,
Which was
at
a
the school.
Mazda Miata. I do remember
Was it?
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
That's a good
serious. It
detail.
was.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask my dad. My dad was the
Important detail.
cop, and I
Oh,
remember it was like the 3rd day of school. My dad came downstairs, and he was like, "Do you have Mr. Zobel for a math teacher?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You don't anymore." And I was so pissed at my dad for
Yeah.
like, because I in my head I'm like, my dad took my favorite teacher
Yeah.
away,
And,
but really it was just.
and I'm not joking about this. Junior high and high school and elementary and everything, I learned more math from that guy. Like conceptually, I
Yeah.
understood math better from him than anybody else.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He was a good teacher in that.
But he would do
Way.
stuff like he would have Trent super glue quarters to the sidewalk so he could watch kids try and pick it up
Oh my
in between classes.
Oh my gosh.
He'd throw Snickers on the end of a fishing pole, like a fishing line. He'd throw it down the hallway and like reel it in while the students are coming in for the class. And dollar bill. Anyway, he was a funny dude.
Yeah. I just vaguely remember because didn't he put like flour or something in a plastic bag, and that was like the drug planting that he did.
I mean, in hindsight,
my-
it might have just
probably
been
was
drug
actually
planting.
It probably was not flour.
I'm gonna play this joke on
Yeah.
these kids.
This fake drug.
I'm getting a random inspection, so
Yeah.
I'm putting this in a backpack.
I just remember being like,
Fake illegal substance that's not illegal.
That's hilarious. So that's when you first met. That's so funny because that's basically when I got to know Trent, which was like the first person from this group of friends that I really got to
got to know.
be around and stuff. Yeah.
See.
That is cute.
So I'm
I'm
better
okay
friends
from-
with Amber as far as time frame than you two.
Yeah.
jerks.
So get
So
out of
much
here,
better.
Can you
guys.
guys leave, please?
Yeah.
What grade was that in? Eighth?
I think eighth
yeah.
grade.
Ninth
Yeah.
grade is
Oh my
when
gosh.
when the family really started
Yeah.
Coming together.
Yeah.
with Newsies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I really started hanging out with you guys until senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Trent and I started dating is when I was married into the family.
So that's when Amber was like, okay, fine. I'll hang out with
All
him.
right,
Yeah,
fine.
that was kind of my question: is that did you have to work up to us, or did we have to work up to you to the senior year?
What does that mean?
No, there was no working up. It was
just-
her like degrading.
Oh,
her
that's what I'm talking
moral
about.
fortitude. It was like,
She's lowering.
okay, fine.
All right.
She's lowering her personal bar to be friends with us. Okay, I get it.
You know, it was just you talk about service. Remember you talked about earlier.
yeah,
so-
it was her service opportunity.
It was service.
It's their Eagle Scout project.
I'm gonna befriend these guys.
No, I do.
No.
I remember thinking, like, how did Trent land that girl? Like, what?
I don't know. Hanging out with you guys in high school was so fun. Like, I don't know.
Well,
it
apparently
really was
for
like
that
family.
1 year.
PH family.
Were you not friends with us in like junior?
Well, I'm trying to think. Well, because you guys did cheer the year before Jake, right? In
Junior
junior year,
and
yes,
senior year,
yes. So
yeah.
I didn't do cheer junior year. So again, yeah, I guess it would be senior years when we really started hanging out.
You were a cheerleader in the senior year.
In the senior year, not the junior year.
Oh, and Jake
Yes,
and
and
Jeff
Jake
were
and
both male cheerleaders.
I'm gonna ask this to be edited out. I'm just kidding.
Bananas.
You own that shit.
Don't say
yeah,
that.
I love
Pineapple,
how
pineapple.
Bananas has become Jeff's safety word.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you keep saying that for?
Yeah.
It's like,
Jake
what
keeps
does he
saying.
keep saying bananas for? That was the safe word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Senior year.
Yes.
That's so funny because it's senior year. I was a cheerleader for the first time ever, and it was fun because Jake and two others convinced me, and they were like
Mike.
some of my best
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that you weren't a cheerleader up to your senior year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So what made you decide to take the plunge? Or the
To join the squad.
shooty up?
Oh, to join the squad.
Join the squad is you can say
Well,
that.
I had done cheer throughout junior high and my sophomore year. And then junior year, my academics plunged. Thank you very much, Phil, for bringing this up.
Oh,
Walk of
okay.
shame.
You're sitting next
Yeah.
to me, so you're never going to feel bad about
know.
high school academics.
Yeah.
Plunged to
So, you know,
3.6.
I stepped out that year to focus on academics.
Yeah.
And and then went back senior year.
So funny.
And it
Yep.
was the greatest senior year ever.
Yep, it was the greatest. It was super fun.
I enjoyed it.
So,
It was a good time.
We had fun in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I,
we
I
did
run
have
into
fun.
people every once in a while. They're like, I dreaded high school. It was the worst.
Yeah.
It was the funnest.
Yeah.
Funnest.
It was
time
fun
of
It
as
was
long
fun.
as you just like played around and didn't do any school.
Oh gosh.
I did
Yes,
school. I did great
definitely.
at school, but I enjoyed.
I didn't.
Enjoyed it.
I
did.
I
I
slept a
remember.
lot.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
remember being like, Jake, what are you doing? I've got to do homework. Like, that's dumb.
I did. I was one of the few members of our group that,
That
actually
actually
graduated in high
graduated.
school.
On time.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated skin of my teeth for sure.
Did ya?
Yes, and it's because my dad told me I wasn't going to graduate, and I was like, "If you,
Yeah.
I will graduate."
Prove you
And I
wrong.
did. Yeah, I'll do those packets.
Well,
You're not going to graduate.
Yeah.
thank God we all graduated eventually, right, Phil?
I graduated from something.
No, I mean the three of us.
Oh.
Thank God we all did, right, Phil?
Yep. Thank God that you did.
Well, that's funny. So, okay, so you're a mother of four, not 16.
16 divided. By
It's a typo.
Yeah.
We've been friends since, well, basically 8th grade. But then you
Yeah.
took a break from us because of your academics,
she
right?
was-
That's what I'm picking
Let's
up on
focus-
so
yeah,
far.
'Cause she was
focusing more on-
smart.
And then once your grades got up, we're like, yeah, you can hang out with us.
You can come back.
And then that
Yeah.
was the senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, what about this photographer businesswoman? What kind of photography do you do?
I do mostly lately. I do newborns, but I also do weddings and families and some commercial work.
What kind of contracts do you set up with this newborn? Like lifetime model or what do you,
Yes, once you've signed with me, you're in for life.
I'm just saying you should consider it.
If you get two friends,
I take
each
their
to
little
sign up
baby
two of their
hand.
friends.
Yeah. I'm gonna form a downline for you.
I hate that one.
They
Yeah.
think you're just taking a little handprint like with ink, but really you're having them sign a contract
Yeah.
with it.
I'm like,
Ooh. Well, I've seen your photographs on Instagram. I've instantly grammed them,
oh,
and they're awesome.
thank
they
you.
really are.
Thank you.
It's so weird because becoming a dad, I don't know if it's the part of becoming a dad, but your photographs really communicate that aspect of it, and entice or I don't know what the word is, but it pokes and prods at me and emotions come out.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a way
that
to
is
put
an
it.
excellent compliment.
It tickles
That makes me-
his feel goods.
It tickles my daddiness.
If you could
You
get a
feel
little
goods.
more elaborate, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was. I love that.
That was terrible words, but you
So-
get the point.
I
Yeah,
do,
so
I do.
there are a lot of
Came
different
across.
kinds of photographers. You shoot people.
I do shoot
Okay,
people.
calm
know,
down with
she's-
the terminology.
Yeah.
You photograph humans.
You are a terrorist.
I
Terrorist photographer.
let's.
This
Yes,
is you,
I
right?
am.
This is your
Yes, that's
website?
my website right there.
Oh,
So we're just looking through. So it's Amber Dehaas Photography.
.mypixieset.com. Yes.
Yeah, you should
It's
definitely
a
check it
lengthy
out.
thing.
we'll put a link in the description of this show.
You know
guys
what
are great.
You know what I love about your photos is like you can almost like you have a style. Like you can say that's Amber's because like there's a way that you like do your colors and everything. It's very artistic. It's really really good. I think, but I think it's great.
Thank
so
you.
You should check it out.
Thank you so much.
She's a great photographer.
Yeah.
She actually came and did my wife's family several years back, and I'm one of those guys that hate taking pictures. Like I'm just like, oh, get this over with. I can't stand it. But she has, and I'm not going to spoil it for you when you hire her, but she has this really unique way of like getting everybody to look and be happy at like one moment.
I have to act a fool.
Yeah.
It's just.
And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
spoil
say
it.
what it is, but
Is it a rubber chicken?
Yeah, I was going to say some photographers have a rubber chicken. She brings the whip.
You were just thinking that? You were thinking rubber
The actual
chicken?
rubber-
everybody smile now.
Okay, anyone from American Fork knows the rubber chicken because
Rubber
there's
chicken,
one
yeah.
company called Corey Adams Photography
Corey
that
Adams.
would go around and do all the school photographs for class
Say
pictures.
chicken.
Don't hit
this
me, chicken.
Silly bastard had a rubber chicken to get your attention. So you brought the rubber chicken. That's great. Oh wait, we're not spoiling.
She doesn't have a chicken, and I'm not gonna spoil
It's
it.
a rubber cow.
Is it a real chicken? Okay.
No, but how long have you been doing photography?
I've been doing photography about 12 years. And just kind of on and off. I'd say like I really got serious with it, like business wise, about 3 years ago. But yeah,
so you do
but
it full time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I do it full time. And it's awesome. I really love it. Yeah.
Where do you go? What do you like? Yeah. all
That's
over
a great,
Utah.
that is a
All over
great interview
Utah. Do
question.
you
Well,
work
it's all my-
outside the state? Do you just
Yeah, I've done some outside of the state. I've traveled like Washington D.C. I'm doing some sessions in San Francisco in about 2 weeks, so
Wow.
that'll be fun.
Do people fly you around to do this?
Yes, I mean not all the time,
But they have.
yes,
That's
but
really
they have.
cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I really do love it.
That's way cool.
Yep, but mostly it's just around Utah County areas. I did the Salt Flats for the first time last week, and that was really fun. But yeah, mostly it's, I mean, the mountains here, you can't get any better than that, really. So
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's like Phil said. Her method is, it's easy to. She shot my family too.
What?
Did my family?
Oh,
photos.
photographed your family.
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
We're speaking
he's forgiven me
photographer
already.
terms
Yes,
here.
Yes.
You wouldn't understand.
She vexes
I
you,
don't.
your family.
Yeah. It's just easy. Like do what you do, and then I'll take a bunch of pictures, and they actually look nice, better than you would actually think normal doing what you do looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's been like a learning process of finding what works, because I can give the same direction for different people, and I'm going to be able to capture like what that connection is with those people, and it's going to be unique to them, for each situation, but it'll be roughly like the same kind of direction. But I love that because I'm capturing like what it's like for them in that moment,
More candid stuff, or
Yeah, I love candid
Yeah.
stuff, and pose stuff, but mostly candid stuff.
That's sweet. Those are my favorite pictures.
Yeah.
Not the look at this rubber chicken. Good
Look at
snap.
this rubber chicken.
So Phil's talking all technical, but how many rolls of film do you go through per shoot?
Well, I shoot digital.
I'm sorry,
Do
what?
you use
So-
Kodak or Fujifilm?
Where do you get your prints developed? From Walmart?
Hell no. If you ever shoot
I'm
print
just
it.
teasing.
Okay.
I know
I'll
it's
slap
digital.
you. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do have a film camera.
Do you really?
Yeah. I don't shoot with it, but
What do you have?
have-
Is it for more for nostalgia, or do you actually take it out and use it?
so it was my dad's camera. It was an old camera, and I've taken it out a couple times with the intent to learn and become greater at it, and it's just kind of sat in my closet.
Can you still buy the old film outside of like YouTube or eBay or whatever? They don't sell them in stores, right?
I think there's a store up in Salt Lake called Picture Line, and I'm pretty sure that they sell film, or like Indie Film Lab, I think sells film. So there's places you can get it.
I'll tell you, there's definitely a market for 35 millimeter still,
Yeah.
which is weird to me because the digital technology is just amazing.
Yeah. Well, I think like film's classic, so I feel like a lot of the times people will go back to that over and over again. Because I think when it first started with digital, it was like, super saturation and everything is like, looking like it's a painting almost. And so you just kind of had to go through that, like what was popular at that time. And then it just kind of goes back to, I don't know. I feel like every photographer kind of finds out what works best for them and kind of speaks to them.
Right. So I have other amazing questions like, how big is your dark room?
It's really big.
These jokes
And
aren't
it's
as funny
super
as I
dark.
thought they were, okay?
Gosh dang it.
Laugh,
Jeff.
Phil.
How big is
I'm
your
laughing.
dark room?
Push the laugh track.
It was,
How's that one?
I laughed.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, no dark room,
No
digital
dark
film.
room. Digital film. Yep.
No, yeah. And what made you like decide like I want to do photography? Like that's my passion. Is it your passion, or is it like a way to make money?
Or do you
It's
hate-
got to be your passion
I
because
really
you can
hate
see
doing it. Yeah. No, I don't know. Growing up, like I loved taking pictures. Like I would just take rolls and rolls and rolls and, just take pictures of everything. And then I can remember I was probably 18 or 19 telling my mom that I wanted to become a photographer. And it just kind of sat on the back burner for a while. And then when Lincoln was a baby, we went and got his pictures done. And I was just like, yes, I want to do this. And so I went and got a camera and just kind of started from there,
And is that your forte, like baby pictures, or like what's the number one thing you like to do?
That's what I do the most probably. But I love, I don't know, it depends on the people you're working with really, like, because there'll be some family sessions where I was just like, that was so fun. Like, and other family sessions where I was just like, that was awful.
And we're done. Okay,
yeah, and we're
bye.
done. Yeah.
Your 2-year-old acts. Your 2-year-old acts like a
Email you the
2-year-old.
link to
Yeah.
the photos.
Yeah.
Bye.
I was just saying
My
like
big-
how you got into it, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby
Yes.
photos.
Yeah,
is that-
baby photos. Yes.
Baby photos.
Yep. Yeah, I do love doing that. Weddings are fun. Births are actually really amazing to photograph. I really like.
birth, like the process of birth.
Yes.
What the?
People
like-
going
Like
through
you're there in the room while
While
the
people are-
birth is being.
birthing babies. Yes.
So are you on call like run over to this client because they're going into labor now?
Yes, pretty much. So I don't book very many of those because it's like that.
like
but-
middle of the night.
And with COVID,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's probably a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of-
and things have changed with that. And so it's been a while since I've photographed a birth, but it hasn't been too crazy like any of the ones that I've done. It's been right around their due date, and there hasn't been any big conflicts or anything like that. So it just,
That's good.
yeah.
Wow.
Do you
that-
go? Sorry.
I was just gonna say that's a thing I didn't even know was a thing. But
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when people first hear, well, that's a lot of their reaction sometimes. Like, oh, that is. But you think about it, it's just like, I don't know. It's not like I'm front and center.
I'll tell you.
know,
I'll tell you what. I've got some pictures on my phone of our kids' births, and I wish they weren't like that. I wish they were like Amber's pictures.
Oh, like
Because-
you wish you had nicer birth pictures.
Oh yeah,
you mean?
because
Yeah.
my kids look like aliens, and the lighting is never quite right, and it would be cool to have something really beautiful.
Well, and we call them birth stories, and that's because really, like, you're just trying to document the
Capturing
story,
the event.
of what's going on. So it's like, I'll get there a little bit before and try to capture just like the emotions of what's going on, the people they're supporting, and like
Right.
just all the tiny details that make up the stuff. The
whole story.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself doing photography more in hospitals with that, or are you doing more like birthing centers or home births, or what?
I've done only hospitals, and
Yeah.
I'd love to do a home birth or a birthing center. So I'm putting that out there if anyone,
I'll talk to
if
my.
you-
Yeah.
If you'd like to be photographed
you'd
while
like to be
birthing at home.
I'll talk to my wife, see if she wants another.
Put it the
baby.
wrong way. If you want to capture the moment,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you
one
go.
of the most important moments of your life,
Yes. Very
outside
good.
of just your iPhone.
Very good. Yes.
Capture the
With a
first
great
day of
photographer.
the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, and there's been a few clients where I've done their wedding, and then I've done their birth of their first baby, and then like their family members, and I love that. Like, I feel like I'm there for all their special moments.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite like place, maybe actual location or type of environment that you
Yeah.
like to shoot in?
I actually really love American Fort Canyon. When I first started getting into it, I like didn't mind the traveling and going to like all the, like trying to find like super cool places. But the more I kind of like realized what I wanted to focus on, like, yes, the scenery is a part of it, but really it's like, I want to capture the connection between people, and like scenery is awesome, but also just up American Fort Canyon, there's awesome places. There's a spot that I like up there that I use mostly, probably.
And I'm sure there's certain people that you put them in an outdoor setting, then they may be more like urban type people that maybe
Yeah.
wouldn't actually bring out the best in those people.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something that you even pay attention to, or?
Yeah, I will usually ask beforehand, like, do you have a location type in mind? Like, if they're wanting a more urban setting or if they're wanting outdoors. Most people want like nature,
Right.
outdoor kind of stuff. There's only been a few that have wanted like the urban. Or at home sessions. I love doing it at home. We did
Right.
Jake's in his house. And yeah.
That's cool. You could have a survey that says ginkgo biloba or graffiti, and you have to check one. And if they
I'll
know
add
what
that to
ginkgo
my-
biloba is,
I don't.
There's only one of those trees in Utah County,
Oh
apparently.
gosh, it's a tree.
Oh, it's a tree.
Yeah, sorry for
Ginkgo
the nerdiness.
biloba.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the nerdiness.
Okay.
So you mentioned American Fort Canyon.
Yeah.
And you live near American Fork now, just on the Pleasant Grove side.
Yep, I
you were
live in
saying
Pleasant Grove.
earlier.
Yep.
What's your American Fork background? Were you born and raised?
Yes,
there,
I
yeah?
was. American Fork. I lived by the cemetery for a while, and then kind of up by the junior high. Is probably where you guys remember most. Is up by the junior high. So
So you're an American Fork girl.
I am an American Fork girl, and and then when I lived in American Fork for like 13 years while I was married, and on King Street, which is
King
kind of
Street.
close. Yeah, which is kind of close to where you're.
Yep.
It's just up the road from your old house.
Did you watch King Street football?
No.
Yes, that's what I was actually going to bring up.
All those guys, Andrew and the other guys that lived there used.
They play?
the KSFL, the King Street Football League. They
Yeah.
call it.
So
Oh,
when,
really? Like-
when I was little,
Yeah.
all the kids on the street. Yeah.
King Street was just down the road from my house, like
Yeah.
you pointed out. Is that they always had KSFL?
FL.
Yeah, King Street football. They play football on the street, and you could go down and play football with them or something like that.
That's
And
awesome.
anyways, it was actually fairly popular. It was never like an official thing. It was just enough kids on that street
Really?
all played football, and so they'd go play football.
Yeah,
together.
there's like hardly any kids that lived there when I lived there, so that's boring.
bunch
you
of
know?
old
Yeah,
people,
Yeah,
like you guys.
like us. We're old.
Don't
We're
say
old.
that.
I know.
I still have some hair.
Just admit it, Phil.
Some hair. Got
Yeah.
good beard.
some hair.
I'm not old yet. Oh, my bad.
Jeff, there is one thing whenever because I would pass by your old house quite a bit, and there's one memory that I would think of is we were hanging out at your house once, and you had a pet raccoon, right? Growing up, I just remember this
Yeah.
raccoon coming out and me freaking out, and Jeff's like all chill, like,
We did have a raccoon.
We had singing 2 raccoons.
Colors of the
right?
wind coming out.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
The fawn will be out in a moment.
Jeff had loose raccoons as pets in his house.
Yeah.
Is that
I just
inaccurate?
remember being,
I feel like I owe an
Very
explanation
surprised.
slightly. So
Yeah.
my stepmom, Shauna, shout out to Shauna, who
What's up,
doesn't
Shauna?
shout out.
probably doesn't
Love
listen.
you.
Doesn't listen like Jake's mom. Anyways, Shauna used to be part of some organization that was like wildlife rehab, and so she'd get random animals all the time that needed care, and she would take
She
care
was
of them.
essentially an animal rescue person.
Yeah. And a lot of times it was animals where a lot of people would just be like, it's not worth it. Like raccoon, who cares? I saw a raccoon, 7 of them on the way home. They were all dead. Or it ate my chicken's eggs or whatever. Or she'd get like quail, like baby quails. Like most people are like, I don't care about a quail. It's not like a bald eagle. So one year we had, I think 4 or 5 raccoons and we kept 2 of them around for longer because one was like blonde, so it wouldn't survive very well in the wild. And then the other one was like having a hard time with something. So we kept them for quite a long time. You guys would come over and
yeah, I thought it was cool. After the initial shock, I was like, that's freaking cool.
well, Shauna still has raccoons all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times she got a
woodsy backyard.
She's got a big yard too. Yeah. And anyways, sometimes they'll just stay there and kind of live in her yard. Even though they'll live around there, and they'll take them up American Fork Canyon to let them go.
Yeah.
But we had raccoons.
Had one featured on Cave TV, a couple episodes.
Oh, that's
Cave
right.
TV.
Yes. Digging
yeah.
in your pants, I think.
Yeah,
is what one of them was doing.
Clawing my pants, my lap, my crotch. Yes, that's what.
where the
Awkward.
nether regions are. The nether portal. No? Anyways, so one thing that people don't know about having a raccoon is this damn raccoon would hoard stuff, like raccoons do, but above my bedroom. It like figured out how to get into the ceiling
Oh my
and would
gosh.
hoard stuff up there. So if they ever remodeled that house, if you live at 490 North, 500 East American Fork, Utah, and you remodel the basement, and you find like, I don't know, gold and other rotting food up above my bedroom. It wasn't me.
Raccoon
I'm telling you
sports
that right
cards.
It was the raccoons.
now. Yeah, raccoon playboys. If it wasn't mine.
Playcoon?
It's a thing.
Phil's shocked. Have you never heard of Playcoon?
I haven't.
Okay.
I was
The
shocked.
look on Phil's face.
Yeah, lots of memories. We did have a pretty interesting high school career. Is that the word? Yeah, that's a word.
Sure.
High school career. Yeah, we had a good time.
We did
Yeah.
for a living at the time. Didn't make a living, but we did.
Yeah, we
I
weren't
did a
yeah.
living.
we weren't professional.
I think we were all in choir together. Well, Jeff, were you in choir?
Yeah, thanks
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah,
Thanks
sorry,
for remembering.
Sorry. Just edit that out.
Jeff, were you our friend back
Were
then? Did you go to high school with?
Jeff, did I
I mean, I remember 8th grade, but I just
did I give a shit about you? I don't remember. Can
What's
you
your name
remind me?
again?
Didn't you have a brother that we liked? Didn't you have siblings that we were
cared
fond
about?
of? I remember you had a raccoon, but I don't remember what you looked like.
Why are you here?
Oh, I get it.
No, I forgot. I forgot she
Get
was
out.
in choir with
Yeah.
us.
I know.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, that was
see?
before. Yeah, thanks, Phil.
My
this
bad.
is just like daggers all around.
Yeah, jeez, Phil. You
Rude.
need to grow yourselves some manners.
No, but I'm glad that you were in choir. Were you on that
Yeah.
choir tour where
Yes.
I didn't have pants or something,
What?
and so I missed the performance?
No.
I was.
I mean,
remember
well, probably.
Maybe,
But
that
I
was
don't
the
remember.
one. I think that's the only
Was it
one
concert
I went on.
choir? Okay.
Was it California? I
Yes,
think. And we went
yes,
out
we
to
did
the island, Coney.
Yes.
Some
Okay.
island?
I was there for
Catalina.
that
Yeah,
one.
Catalina, yeah.
Catalina. And we went to what's that jousting thing?
Knights of the
Round or something.
Knights of the Dinner Time.
Knights of the Dinner Time.
Dinner
Yeah.
nights.
Yes. And I just remember Trent and
Medieval times.
Tim, medieval times. Jake, you're the winner. Kept calling the waitress a wench. They were just like, and Tim, yeah.
Wait,
Oh, that sounds about right.
Trent did that?
Beanboro. and
Shocking,
Trent.
shocking.
That
Yes,
surprises me.
yes. Wench,
And Trent's.
refill my goblet.
The only thing I remember from that dinner was that they served chicken.
Yeah, they.
and,
It was.
and I don't think that they provided any silverware.
they didn't.
Yeah, because
it's
it's
Because
like,
it was
we
they
don't
wanted the
have
full
four.
effect.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it turkey legs?
Yeah, it was just like a blanched potato and
Yeah, and
a piece
chicken.
of
Yeah, you
chicken.
definitely
And
didn't
a
go for the
goblet.
food.
You
with
did
no
have a goblet.
salt.
You didn't go for the food. It was 100% the entertainment. I remember I was on the black and white team, black and yellow team.
Of course you
you've
were.
got a
Black
good
and
memory.
yellow, black and yellow.
I just remember Brian, long last name, picking that fight with like the jousting guy. Do you remember that?
No.
The jousting guy came up and like rode his horse up on the thing, and they were like screaming in each other's faces. It was
Oh
hilarious.
my god,
I just remember biting into a potato and smelling cow or horse shit.
gross.
That's so awesome, right?
Oh, because you're in a place.
Yeah, so
Oh
awesome.
yeah,
horses
because they were
were.
eating. Yeah, we were eating.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
he's
in a-
dipped it in horse.
basically a
before.
stable.
I
is where
was
we were eating.
I was disappointed in the food. I mean, like, aren't we like already? We're like, okay, this is great. We're in freaking medieval times.
Right.
That's the name, right?
Right.
Yes, medieval times.
We don't need to also eat like we're in medieval times.
Yeah.
Of course
What
you
are we,
did.
peasants?
That was my
It was
impression.
part of the
That was the last time I've
experience.
ever been there.
Me
Well,
too.
there's no
Me
reason to
too.
go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why would you go back?
Yeah,
it's
that's
terrible.
That's kind of one of
It'd be
the.
fun for kids.
I've done it,
it would be fun.
and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Unless I want to share the experience with someone else that
yeah.
hasn't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's not like Disneyland where you go a lot
oh, don't say
because
it.
it's a great experience, no matter your age.
Even though it's an evil
it's a sore
corporation.
subject.
I heard your guys'
Have you
last
taken
podcast.
Did you take your kids to Disneyland?
Yes, but this was years ago.
Yeah.
It's because she
They were
loves
young.
her kids.
Just one time, right?
Just one time.
Yeah. See,
she
that's a
loves them.
normal
It's
amount of
ki-
times.
So
Yeah.
far, only once.
So far.
Should
I know
take them
Audrey's
3
never
more times.
been. I know. I'm conflicted about it. It's so freaking
Why?
expensive, and
Oh,
you're just there
see,
for
Phil
it. Like,
isn't
Wait,
a
wait,
big
hold
dick.
on.
I
Way to cut him off. Way to cut her
well,
off.
don't let
All
me.
right, go ahead.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
Phil's a big dick.
Yeah.
Just kidding. And just kidding. Just it's really expensive. The lines are usually long, unless you go. I feel like we went at the right time, and so there's pros and cons.
In March?
you
Did you go
know,
in
I
March?
try
That's the time
to.
to go.
Yes. No. Hold on. We went in October,
Good time.
and it was and we dressed up and did the whole thing. It was really fun.
Did you go
actually.
Haunted
That was
Mansion?
fun.
When you say you got dressed up, you mean just put clothes on? What did you get
We
dressed
were
up
wearing
as?
clothes.
You have to be themed.
We weren't in the nude, just so you guys know.
That'd be a
Oh,
great way to start just
It
most
wasn't the new
stories.
Disney day.
I was dressed.
Let's start most stories from now on of I
wearing
had
clothes?
clothes
I
on.
have clothes on currently.
Those wearing. I think that kind of happens a lot.
I know, but if you
Yeah.
don't say it, I'm going to ask. I'm just telling you now.
We had Halloween appropriate clothing on.
For October.
Yeah, for October.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
costumes and that.
And you went to
such.
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, if I remember correctly. Sometimes it's not open, and that's another thing. Like sometimes you go there for certain rides and they're, not open.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think a lot of it too is because I loved going there when I was a child, so it's like nostalgic when you go back and you know like some of those rides.
Yeah.
That's another pro.
Yeah, but they need to like when you buy your ticket, they're like just so you know.
Yeah.
This, and this
Okay.
is not open, right?
I'm
That's
in
why you
support.
need to listen to the
Disney podcast.
Word on the Main Street
Don't-
podcast. It's 2 brothers from Utah talk about all things Disneyland.
Oh, really?
But they talk about all things Disneyland, and they give you all the DL on
Really?
everything Disneyland.
Don't they have an app where you can see like the ride times, like how long the wait time is and what ride is open and what ride? So I think they
There
do
are ways to
have
do
that.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
there's
that.
an app for it.
Yeah.
But probably not in like 1997, which is the last time I went.
Yeah.
When
No,
the first,
I went. I think we went on that choir tour, didn't we? Didn't we go to Disneyland?
yeah, Phil, you can't.
No, we did.
We did go.
Okay. Well, I know we went on for
Oh,
cheer.
we went for cheer.
Yeah, we went for
No,
cheer.
Maybe not choir.
Yeah.
maybe
So I think I
this-
only went once with the school. But you did.
No, we went with the choir. Trust me, Rusty Johns. Shout out, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Me and him shared a room at the
did.
Motel 6, which was trashy as all get up.
The award ceremony was in Disneyland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse presented the awards.
Isn't that right?
What for
Yeah.
choir?
So I guess I went twice
Yeah.
with the school.
my memory is.
The same trip that
I
we went
block out some
to
things.
Catalina.
Yeah.
thought.
I definitely remember Catalina.
We went to
Medieval times.
choir.
Medieval times.
Or we
Disneyland
went
was part of it.
medieval times, and we went to.
We stayed at that trashy hotel.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, that's because I'm pretty sure I've only went to one choir tour, and I don't know why else I would be in Disneyland for school.
You know what? we did go to Disneyland because I'm like replaying. I have pictures and I'm seeing it laid out.
Yeah, where do you
Well,
think
there's
this
definitely
SQP, the Squirt Gun Posse, started? Oh, that was before you.
Disneyland. That was so Disneyland.
That was before you.
It was Disneyland. See,
Yeah.
so what I'm saying is that was
Squirt
the
Gun
last
Posse.
time I went to
yeah.
Disneyland.
Oh, okay, so it's been a long
So that's
time.
my memory. Of
Shout out to Pace Lyman.
What's all this last name dropping today? Like,
Are we going to bleep them out?
oh, you're editing now.
I'm not editing it out. Rusty Johns will call me and be like, bro, what's up? I heard my name dropped. And I'll be like, yeah.
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 What up?
Word, Panetta.
Well, that's cool. So you're gonna take your kids again?
She will. Whatever she says, she will.
Yes, because Jake said so. If I become super wealthy, like
Right.
I
It's
will
so
I will take them
expensive.
there. I know. I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards Universal. The thing that's holding me is Audrey because I feel like it would be so magical for her. She's such like a girly girl
Princess.
princess, yes, but also like holds her own with the boys.
Yeah.
And so I think watching her experience it would be awesome.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
We should all go.
Let's go right
Let's
now.
do it.
Me and Jake have a way we can save money on food.
Phil, you can stay in
I
Yosemite.
heard about that.
and we'll-
I heard about that, and I feel like I've definitely heard that. I might have witnessed that.
Well, you heard it. Yeah, you heard it. You're probably like, oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
No, I get it.
That was okay. Mm-hmm.
Jake,
right
in.
Jake took his gum out from behind his ear. Oh God! Stuck it under the table. Snacked
Can't
on someone
wait.
else's sandwich.
Hold the gun
Hold
back
it
out.
back out.
Where was I supposed to? Where else was I supposed to keep my gum?
Yeah.
I'm not chewing
I
on it.
almost forgot about that.
It's a good thing Trent is not here because we said gum so many times.
Oh, that's true.
Trent doesn't
He
like
would've
gum?
Threw
Oh
up.
no, you didn't know that about Trent?
I apparently know.
He's having a housewarming party, so I'm going to go to Costco and get some.
some gum.
Trent
Yeah,
has
a
like
whole
a
box of them.
weird disgust with gum. Like anyone chewing gum.
He'll like dry heave if you
Yeah.
mention gum around him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the
That
weirdest
is
thing.
hilarious.
That and touching fish with his bare hands. For some reason.
Has this been like a long time thing, or is this
Oh, it's-
recent?
yeah.
I
feel
think
like
so,
I
his
should
whole life.
remember this
As long as
from
I've known
high
him,
school,
he's
but
hated gum.
I think
I
his
don't.
whole family doesn't chew gum.
it's like kind of sparking memories. My memories, you guys. Once you have kids, it is just like
Isn't it all a blur?
yes,
It's like
it is.
what happened?
Yep.
The last
My children finish my sentences a
Yeah.
lot.
I started having kids 13 years ago, and I still haven't lost the baby fat.
Looks good on you, Jeff.
you pack it well.
Thank you.
Yep.
How has it been being a mother?
It's been all the things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like incredible. It's frustrating. It's
Frustrating.
It's got to be hard.
frustrating. Yeah.
It's got to
yeah.
be hard sometimes.
Yes, definitely. But you know, very rewarding and just I don't know.
I don't think your kids listen, so you can just tell us whatever you want.
Yeah.
I know. I
just kidding.
did tell Lincoln I was going to be on the podcast. So
Oh, that's
my
cool.
kids are horrible. Just kidding. No, my kids are pretty freaking awesome.
So you have a 13-year-old?
Yeah, 13-year-old, and then 11 and 8.
and
They,
4.
yeah, they just switched numbers, so I'm like
13,
you know,
11,
have
8?
Anxiety. I'm giving the wrong number. Yes, 8
Cool.
and 4. Yep, and 4. Audrey will be 5 in October.
Cute.
So, yep, it's yeah,
So one girl?
pretty great. Yep, 1 girl, 3 boys.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, they like to wrestle a lot and punch each other and
Do the things. The
do
boy
all the things. Yep.
Yep.
Did you just say you're going to get anxiety because you gave the wrong number?
Yeah, I was worried I was given the wrong age because Luke and Liam both changed, and so as I was saying, I
Every
was just
year.
like, right.
I just going to
This
say
is
because
so
that's
odd.
like something my wife does all the time. Like
Really?
numbers have to be like I'll be like, oh yeah, there were like 45 people there. She'll be like, there were 38. Don't.
Get this
Yeah.
accurate. I
It's
know.
not as-
Well, yeah, I feel like with your kids' ages,
You should nail it.
you should maybe nail it.
I
You're a better parent than me because I would be like, yeah, they were like 4, 6,
There's something.
8,
They're all
something.
under 13.
Yeah.
they weren't voting. I know that much.
Because I
They're
would
not
know.
voting and all are potty trained, so you know, you figure it
They're
out.
like they're 20.
Yeah.
My daughter is 10 now,
Oh, okay.
and she'll be 11 in October, and I keep
Yeah.
saying she's 8 all the time.
Really?
Yeah, even this year.
Well, sometimes you could just get them like fixated on an age, like yeah.
Yeah, when she was cute, and ever since then, she's just like gone downhill.
As a mother, I
kidding.
cannot laugh at that joke.
Yeah.
Somehow you did.
This is awkward.
That's when we need
did.
Tyler to be like, Jeff, you don't have to say
Everything that you think of.
everything that comes to your mind.
But the problem with that is like the sole way I operate.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I thought of that. Better say it.
Brass
My
tacks.
kids know exactly how I feel about them, and I love them very much. And so I can say a lot of funny things. Like, I'll tell them sometimes, I'm like, is it because I beat you so much that you guys are obedient? And they're like, Dad. Like, they think it's
You're so
hilarious.
funny.
And my wife's like, you need to watch where you say those jokes. And then I found my daughter, Penny, she's saying things like that. Well, it's probably just because my dad beats us.
This is backfiring. This is backfiring.
And then I think it's hilarious. And she's like, do you realize what would happen if she said that at school? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's kind of a problem, isn't it? Maybe I'll cut the
Bringing
beating
down
children's
your joke.
jokes. Anyways.
Wah, wah.
Well, listen, this has been very fun.
It has been.
Thank you,
I
Amber, for
really
coming
enjoyed.
on.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks, Amber.
Yeah,
It's
thank
been
you
a good
guys.
time.
It has been really fun.
Amber's been our first female
Well,
guest.
I've been on here
Yeah.
before. Thanks for
Well,
remembering.
yeah,
and it,
but
Our
we're
but, like,
we're counting from the like
come
being
sit
here
down
in
the
person.
full time too. Yes,
because it's different. Right?
it is. It's
Yeah.
very different.
No.
I feel very professional with all this gear.
Yeah.
that last episode you were on was our most listened to episode.
Was it
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
It has been since you were on.
Really?
The most listened
Well, I
to.
did send it out to a few people. Guys, I'm on a podcast.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, look what I made.
Yep. So we're gonna put all your specs. I don't know what that means. Like all your
Like
website
socials,
thingies.
all my websites.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll link your Instagram, your photography Instagram
Sweet.
in our notes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Our
guys.
posts.
Yeah, check it out on the website, and if you want to go straight to her, it's Amber Dehaas Photography. If you Google that in a horribly spelled way, it'll still come up.
Phil knows from personal experience.
I tried so hard to misspell it. and
I
got
know the last name is a little. There's two A's, people, not two S's.
Yeah, but Google will figure it out because they already know you're gonna type it in anyway, so they're just waiting.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
but she's awesome, genuinely talented. If you want a normal, bland photo of your family,
Go somewhere else.
go anywhere else. If you want a real piece of art to hang on your wall, call up Amber. She's great.
Yeah, and if you seriously think that your
Nice.
iPhone 400 is taking good pictures, you're freaking wrong.
Yeah.
Get Amber
Your
over
phone
to your
sucks.
house.
Yeah.
Your
Call
phone
Amber.
sucks.
Peak refuel.
Peak
Even we
refuel.
call Amber.
Those are great marketers.
Jesus Christ.
We get so much trouble. Cease and desist.
Yep.
Stop mentioning.
Yep. Send
Peak
it on
refuel.
over.
They'll just sue me, and I love court. So
And I heard that on
Yeah,
one of your
see?
podcasts.
Well,
There you
thank
go.
you so much.
Yes.
We love you.
Thank you guys. I
Yeah.
love you guys.